your group infiltrated an arcane university under the guise of being DemSec agents.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
You carved your way through this unsuspecting faculty to find your way at your target's location, the Professor Alderdice. You had an encounter with some seemingly like arcane enhanced individuals that Alderdice indicated are known as revenants. Um, you managed to save his life and get him back to the train, finding none of the um, supposed items that you were told would be there, yet finding that um, Ainsley did not seem surprised or interested in any of this information once she learned that you had Alderdice in tow and that you had the encounter with the revenants that you did. With that, you were congratulated on a job well done. I believe you were delivered some gold, and you now find yourselves on a train bound for the Green Vale, Verdania. Um, you noted that in the train car just ahead, as you guys are the caboose, um, there are a variety of mercenaries whom you did not expect. Um, there is a pretty heavily armed force that is gathered around Ainsley and um, her boss. Um, so, with that, you guys, as we begin our session, you guys have taken a long rest, and you are on the long train ride to Verdania. And that is where we will begin.
Awesome.
Did
Did we split up the
Charles
cashola yet?
and
Yeah, it was 1,000 gold each.
did
Wait.
Charles and Enoch tell the rest of the group about all those mercenaries in there?
I didn't go. That wasn't me.
It was
It was Sal.
So,
Oh, Sal and Enoch.
I don't think so. They came back probably looking a little bit roughed up and in bad spirits, at least Enoch, but he got his gold. He didn't say anything.
And they brought over alcohol. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's right. I got all saucy at that fucking dwarf that knocked me over. All right. Now I remember where we were. Okay.
Yeah, you decided to build him a giant bomb.
Yeah. That's right, because I found my arch nemesis that stole my goddamn book. All right, cool. Broke the lead again, you goofball. Right.
Um, as you have been traveling and just kind of processing the day, you notice that the surrounding area becomes less gloomy as you made your way out of the Aether Forge. You would have passed. You would have actually had a great view of the Divinorum in the distance. Kind of nestled between some mountain peaks, this massive structure indicating the capital of the Far Empire Trade Company, with a just gargantuan statue of the founder of the company at the foot of this building. For most of you, if not all of you, this is going to be the first time you will have seen something of this scale. however much that might interest you. Um, but maybe about an hour later, that kind of gray, sterile, dead stone, you cross a raised bridge, and all of a sudden, um, looking at your surroundings, you find yourselves in the Green Vale.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So you see kind of lush rivers, open meadows, and scattered forests south to the mountain range. As you gather that you've probably got a couple hours before your arrival in Verdania.
Were we
Really
given like a
quick,
or go ahead, go ahead. I was just gonna ask, do we know what our next task is or why we're going to Verdania?
So, Mazarin, the intelligence for this this task and your previous task is very unique, because it is essentially non-existent. You've kind of so basically you were told that you were to escort Ainsley and Professor Alderdice to Verdania, and she mentioned that she would then be heading north.
Oh.
What's interesting about that is there is not really anything north of Verdania. Also, it's at this point where you may have had your suspicions, but Mazarin, you are now like pretty much sure that like Ainsley seems like she's keeping you in the dark. There were a lot of details about the last task that you did not line up with the report that you were given. She completely glossed over all of that and seemed to be completely focused on just the professor and your encounter with the revenants. And now she's just kind of saying, we need an escort, yet she is in a car full of mercenaries who don't appear to have any like obvious affiliation with any like notable body. So as far as you know, your job is to babysit Ainsley and get her to Verdania and possibly further.
And sorry, because I might have missed some of the details at the end of last session, but um did we uncover anything more about the revenants other than what Dr. Alder I mean, did I don't know if you know remember when I left, but basically we gathered that they were this kind of experimental group and that he was involved with them up to a certain point, and then there was like the V2 that came out that they booted him from the project. And um so did Ainsley kind of give any details, or like did she say anything telling when we mentioned this to her, like information about the revenants?
Let me ask you that, Jessica, did you leave before this happened?
Ainsley, yeah, I left before we reconnected with
Okay.
Ainsley.
So
Sorry.
Ainsley basically like mostly interrogated you guys to get information from you.
Me specifically?
All of you. She interviewed all of you
Okay.
individually.
Okay.
Let's do this. Go ahead and give me, if you'd like, you can retroactively give me some kind of skill check to see if you can try to tease some information from Ainsley during that interview.
Would a not a perception check, perception or history? Would that make any sense? investigation.
I would allow investigation.
Fabulous. 17 plus, hold on, 25. What do you got, Ainsley?
Okay. So what would you try to, so describe to me kind of how you would use your investigation to get information here, and what would you try to ascertain with this?
I guess what I'm trying to ask, or what my suspicions are, and what I'm trying to ascertain is if she expected them there, and I don't know, how would I go about this?
I'm more than willing to meet you halfway, so you don't have to like get into super specifics. Just you can kind of give me a general, vague idea, and I'll do what I can to bridge the gap. But like, just tell me what information you want and vaguely how you would try to get that with this check.
I guess I would just sort of like turn around questions on her, acting like I didn't know anything that Professor Alderdice told me
Mm-hmm.
in regards to the Revenants. So trying to understand what she's willing to share with us and the
Okay.
disparity between that and what Professor Alderdice told us. And then if anything clues me into like, I'm suspicious that she's trying to involve us with the
Totally.
Revenants. So yeah.
Okay, so this is totally within Mazarin's like skill set and wheelhouse, where basically you are almost you're kind of, this is like a social duel in which you are trying to kind of see where her questions go, anticipate what she's asking to try to get a read on like her showing her cards as far as what she actually knows that she's not hiding. So first off, through this line of questioning, I'll give you this. Mazarin is more confident in her suspicions that a lot of the information in the first mission briefing was bullshit. There is zero evidence or interest that Alderdice had any relation to insurrectionists at all. So the whole finding insurrectionist activity stuff was clearly bullshit. You get a sense that the assassination attempt on him was more than likely related to his knowledge of the Revenant Project and the fact that he's been ousted from said project, and possibly, as he said, related to the fact that he has continued to, or attempted to profit off of some of the arcane tech that he created while he was the head of, or involved in this project. Also, the fact that Ainsley was very, it seems like she was being fed real-time information as to when all of this might happen. Because as you recall, like there was a plan for you to be in that place at a very specific time. And based on the fact that you essentially like intercepted these revenants, it stands to reason that like basically facilitating that encounter may have been her actual intention. Finally, it seems like she genuinely does not know a lot, if anything, about the Revenants themselves. So she seems to be much more interested in like their behavior, their kind of what makes them tick. And she was asking a lot of questions about like the gauntlet, the ability to control them. So it genuinely seems like with this, you might get the sense that you were all kind of just cannon fodder that she was hoping to throw at this this group to get information on that group and potentially get Alderdice back. That being said, you also get the sense that she had no expectation that your group was going to survive this encounter. Because she genuinely seems kind of shocked that this was, that you did. So your best guess is that she was basically hoping to throw you guys in there and then somehow get a lot of this information, like, posthumously.
But my, I guess, kind of secondhand knowledge of what she might be privy to is that she answers to the, what's his name, the spy master, who. So wouldn't I already kind of understand that she would be privy to the group that's sending or have connections to presumably the sixth house, which had sent the revenants to meet Professor Alder, or to kill Professor Alderdice?
This is
Or
where
is
the
that
DM
just
is gonna. This is where the DM is gonna stop helping you. That
okay?
is very much a reasonable assumption, and the discrepancy there might be something, or there might be a
Okay,
very
okay.
reasonable explanation. So that is a good question that Mazrin may have. So,
Okay.
as your group finds yourself kind of showered by the greenish light coming off of the green veil, again, you've all managed to enjoy a long rest. You hear a subtle shifting within the train itself. And the like clockwork arcane tech lighting briefly flickers, and then you hear this loud thud, and it goes dark. At this point, you begin to hear like a couple thuds on the train.
Does it look like we went into a tunnel?
It does look like you've gone into a tunnel, but you have not.
Like we're under trees?
The inside lighting from the train is dim, and there's something off about the lighting itself. Like, to be clear, there's something off about the outside lighting. Like, almost as though there's something kind of blocking the sun, but it's not moving in a way that would make sense for a moving train. It's almost like you parked halfway into a tunnel, but you're still moving, and it's not the darkness is not like beginning to overshadow you.
So
Is this something that my dark vision would be able to see through?
You don't see any specific darkness. It's almost just like there's a massive shadow that's like encompassing the train itself and moving along with it.
okay, can I go to the back of the car, and is there like a door to like, as if I were going to go back to another car?
As you do that, you begin to hear the sounds of screaming and gunfire coming from the train car ahead of you. Charles, as you go to the back, yes, there is like an emergency hatch that looks like it's only to be accessed by like the conductor, as far as you can tell. You wouldn't necessarily know how to open this door, but you can try, unless the commotion begins to change things. But with that, the shuddering of the train kind of continues, and you hear this like large pulsing sound coming from ahead of you. and it appears that in the train car ahead of you, there's some kind of like melee occurring. So what are you all doing?
Can I cast invisibility? Am I also one train car away from the commotion?
Yes,
We're
you're
all
all in the same train car.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'll do the same.
Can I access? Can I access the next train car? Do we like a door?
Yeah. You
Okay.
go up to the door, and where it was previously unlocked, it is now locked.
Is there a window I can see through?
There is.
God damn it! All my fucking spells.
What's interesting, the window that you previously could see through, it's completely black, like it's been painted over.
Can I start moving to that other train car?
Yep. You move
I
over
mean,
and you.
Can I continue out the back? Is there to try and get out the back?
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. You're proficient with tinkering tools?
Yeah.
You can use your tools to add a proficiency bonus, or I'll give you a. You can add a d6 to this roll.
I'm sorry. What was the skill trick again?
Investigation.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. With that, you all feel like this rush of wind as Charles just like gets the emergency hatch open where you can climb out to the like back platform at the caboose. And you're kind of having to hold your hat to keep it on your head.
Very cool. Is there a ladder to get up to the top?
Yeah, there's a ladder to get to the top.
Of course, yeah. I'd like to get on top of the train.
Okay. As Charles is just like holding his hat against the wind, I assume Malice is drawn at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You are standing in front of a massive black cloud that is encapsulating the train car ahead of you and blocking your vision of the sun and your vision of anything beyond that train car. There's just this cloud of darkness.
I'm gonna go with.
Mazarin, as he opens that, you kind of hawk up too, and as you peek, this is what you see as well.
But she's invisible, so I don't notice her. Or do I hear her?
There's no way you're gonna hear her with these winds, so yeah.
I'm gonna radio into our comms and tell you that I'm right behind you.
I look.
I'm here. Just
Are you sure it's
I'm
me?
just letting. Yes, I'm letting you know that I'm here.
Hey, is that?
She's gonna flick him on the side. She's gonna flick him on the side of the neck.
Hey, is that?
Charles falls off the train and dies.
All right.
It's about
I'm just
fucking time.
I'll try to radio call Ainsley, whatever her fucking name is.
Ainsley.
She doesn't.
No response.
Do we know who's in that? Do we know who's in that car? Ainsley and the mercenaries.
She was in that car, as far as
Okay.
we know. But no response?
Nope.
I'm gonna run towards the darkness.
Before I reach out a hand as you run up, and I'm going to try
I'm
and
already
cast
up.
Dispel magic. No, I know you're up on the train, but
Oh.
before you run into the darkness, I'm right behind you.
What?
I said I
Everyone-
followed you guys.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I thought it was just Mazarin and I.
But yeah, I see Charles like move to like run into this like creepy black cloud, and I'm like, wait, and then I'm gonna try and see if I can dispel it. I'm
Okay.
I'll
gonna
stop
be
when she says
positive if
wait.
It's a magical effect, but I feel like time is of the essence, so I'm not gonna take the time to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird cloud following a train. It seems magical, right?
I am going to, because reasons, I'm going to have you roll essentially a spellcasting ability check.
Okay, because reasons.
We love reasons.
I know, reasons are the best.
What level
That
is
is
Dispel
a
Magic?
19 for 23.
Okay. So, do you want to do this, or do you want me to?
I mean, you can do it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest. So you can do it.
Okay. And also, the reason I did this is I literally just now made a homebrew ruling about how this works.
Okay, love it.
So,
What's the rule?
Luminora, who's still at the bottom of the train car, kind of hears Charles beginning to approach this, and you kind of get the sense at what may be going on. You draw Echo Brand, and as you do, there's like a little T set to the train car next to you that just like shifts over about a good foot as that like force energy emanating from it like pushes it to the side. As you do, you just press it against the glass of the window. And as you recall, after you had your meeting with your progenitor, Zalathea, Echo Brand has been kind of exuding this like dark, like smokish energy. And as you press it against the glass, you just watch as it begins to glow. It's odd. You've never seen something glow black, but there's like this radiant, like darkness that comes off your own blade, and you watch as it just like acts as like a funnel for all of this darkness to spill into through the window. So you just watch as there's like this vortex of darkness that just gets absorbed into Echo Brand. Yeah, with that,
Serious?
the darkness abates, and you see, leaning with his back against the door, a pretty heavily wounded Professor Alderdice, who appears to be, like, he's now facing you. His back is against the other door, and you watch as he just has, like, his hand, like, one hand is kind of like holding the handle of this door, kind of like instinctively, as the other hand is just like holding pressure on a large chest wound that he has. Charles, you see the same thing as right as you're about to jump over to the other car, the darkness is dispelled, and you look down and you see a very wounded Professor Alderdice.
I jump to the other train car.
Okay.
I mean, I want to be on top still, if that's possible.
Give me an acrobatics check.
You got
That
major
would-
Mistborn vibes, I just realized.
Huh?
But you got major Mistborn vibes, I just realized.
15.
Charles does?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay.
I don't see.
Charles, this is pretty dicey.
Yeah, but I'm pretty cocky.
I know. I'm letting you know because here's what happens. You jump to the next train car. This is not necessarily like an athletic feat. What you realize is the alloy of this train, for whatever reason, is kind of slick, almost like it's kind of like picking up some like grime from its travels within like some of the cities.
Mm-hmm.
So as you land, you slide forward and to the side, you lose your footing, go down to a knee, and like you instinctively like pull out what I assume you have like a combat knife or something, and like try to like like Halo 3, like dagger into a like hard structure to like prevent yourself from falling, but you're not able to penetrate this alloy. And like your foot is just kind of hanging off the edge, and you manage to stop yourself and very carefully like pull yourself away from the edge. But this is dicey, meaning like as you try more acrobatics feats around this area, you're getting the sense that there's a chance for catastrophe every time you do. You are now on the other car, though.
Is there a hatch to get into the car from the top?
Not on the top.
Can I see where Professor Alderdice? I can see Professor Alderdice and inside the car, correct?
Well, aren't you on the top now? Or did you
Yeah.
just
No, I
So-
came up with Charles.
are you traveling up and over the way he did?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't made the jump yet because I don't plan on jumping in that way.
Totally,
if
totally.
you catch my drift.
You walk over, and what you notice are a couple things. You look ahead, and there is a tunnel that is rapidly approaching, and there is very little room between the top of the train and the tunnel itself.
Gosh. Mission impossible.
Yeah, so at this angle, you don't know if there's any room whatsoever. In the back of your mind, you might just be like, that does sound like some rail warden shit to like perfectly engineer this such that it's just like a puzzle perfect fit. Yeah, but you look down, you do see Professor Alderdice.
Okay,
Well,
is Charles in immediate danger of getting his kappa detated as we approach this tunnel?
Depends on your definition of immediate.
I mean,
that
like
answer.
within the next. Does he have like a? Does he have? Looking at Charles,
you get the sense that if he were to realize this promptly, he's got a pretty good chance of surviving this.
Okay, then I'm going to tell him that telepathically, and can I Misty Step into the area where Professor Alderdice is? Can I Misty Step right next to Professor Alderdice?
You wouldn't have to Misty Step.
Yeah.
You could just drop there.
Okay. And are there people around us? Like, are we getting attacked?
Not that you can see.
Or is he just on his own? Is he just on his own, just bleeding out,
No,
basically?
so he's in the area between the train cars.
Gotcha.
And it looks like
Okay.
he's like using his body to barricade the train car where you were hearing that commotion from getting to
Okay.
him.
Okay, I see.
So you can absolutely Misty Step down to him.
I'm not gonna Misty Step if I don't need to. Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna go down there and try to help him out.
Okay. I will say, just for flair then, Mazarin, as you like drop, as you fall, you kind of like wave a hand and kind of like, Jedi Force push the ground to like slow your fall so that you land
Yeah.
extremely gracefully. With that,
Too bad no one saw that because I'm invisible.
Pointing at the door. Unlock the door. Unlock the door.
Can I unlock the door?
you
Can I try it?
Yeah, you how so here's what you notice. You go to unlock the door. The lock, give me an investigation check.
19. Let's say 27.
This door has been magically locked. So as you go to like unlock the door, you can tell that this has been magically tampered with because it doesn't budge at all.
Okay. I'm going to relay
It's all
that
open.
message to the rest of the group.
I can open all
If-
I did
yeah.
before.
If you can, Saul, this is beyond my skill set.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm misty stepping through.
I'll head over and place a little what looks like C4 on the door,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and that'll be how I do the shatter spell on doors. I have a bit of clay and infuse it in the clay, and then step back a little
Asthma.
bit.
We just
And
need to
where's-
get knock at this point,
Where's
guys.
Hawk at?
Blammo.
Okay.
Just need.
So
I. I'm
you and I
sorry.
have gone through this. I was very generous last time this worked.
Oh,
And I
right,
s-
right,
And I
right.
specifically mentioned that you were using a spell in a way that it was like not. This is non-FDA approved use of the shatter spell.
Yeah.
So
That's
if
also
you
Paul's whole life.
want to use this spell off-label, I will allow it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna need an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Okay, before all this goes down, can I blink jack the professor into safety of the other car or somewhere?
Yeah. How do you teleport back?
Can I blink jack? Isn't that the whole point of
Well,
the blink jack term?
For blink jack, you need the teleportation ability to begin with.
Oh,
I got a 16.
do I have? I don't think I have.
Misty step.
Yeah, you can misty step with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misty Step would do it.
Okay, all right, let's do that.
That's what I was asking. Is like, what effect are you doing?
Is this necessary? Can I just walk through the door? Because I'm not trying to waste spells here. I got a feeling I'm
I
gonna
mean,
need
door's
it.
locked.
The door's locked.
No, but the door back to the car that we came from, because we're in between cars. No.
That's what I'm saying. That one is locked.
Yeah.
The other one.
Oh,
is
okay,
in
yeah.
Danger. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna misty step back into the safe car.
Okay. You blink the professor in and kind of like lay him down, set him down in one of the chairs here.
And as you're coming in, Luminora is kind of shimmying away from what the F Sal is doing, assuming that's about to be very dangerous. So I'm going
Yeah,
to
I'm not trying to
step
stick around
10
for
feet
this.
Back 15 feet back and take a little bit of cover.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna come over to where Mazarin and the professor are.
So Sal, what is your role?
I got a 16. Should I roll
Okay.
damage for this? Because it says
Yeah.
damage to a non-magical object, or how does this work?
I'll tell you what. Sure, go ahead and roll damage.
12.
Okay. So there is an extremely loud exploding sound that you all hear. Some of the like the mechanism behind this like clockwork locking apparatus has been destroyed, and little like brass pieces of machinery have been like shot throughout the car. I need everyone inside the car to make a dexterity saving throw against Sal's
I
DC.
knew it. Oops.
Are there?
Oh, gee. And including me, the one who tried to get away from all this, inside that car.
Yeah,
This is the car that is
Damn it.
happening it.
you teleported into.
Yeah. The car that he's trying to break into.
Are there
I
Harry
got a
Potter
16 on
rooms?
that.
I got a 17.
I know, right? That's what I want to. 15.
Okay. So, Luminora, you take 4 points of slashing damage as a like piece of shrapnel just like nicks the side of your cheek and draws blood.
Gotta kill yourself.
Enoch,
Right.
Are,
KYS.
are there Harry Potter rooms in this caboose?
Sorry, Enoch, what was your chest?
Yeah,
Because you're here
that's-
too.
No, well, that's what I'm asking. Are there Harry Potter rooms?
No.
Okay, well then, I'll make a check.
Ain't nothing bogey flavored on this train, bitch.
He's been. That's a natural one.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's been head down, like wood shavings all over himself, and he only just now looks up as there's an explosion.
All right, Enoch, do you want to give your last words or do you want me to? You take 6 points of slashing damage. Actually, it'll be piercing because what happens is that sharp piece of shrapnel that hit Luminora, a similar piece, just completely like wedges itself under one of your ribs, and you just look down, and there's now this like I don't know, like 8 inches of a protruding like metal rod with a sharp piece where it's been like snapped by this explosion that is now just buried in your ribs.
What's happening? What?
Oh shit.
As you
Storm over to Sal.
as you look at the door itself, if there was any chance of using the mechanism to unlock it, it would be much harder to do so now. Like, so any tools to interact with the mechanism at this point are probably not going to work. It's more of like a locksmith job of like just destroying it entirely to try to get use out of this door.
Dude, take the knock spell. Good lord.
So I'm on top of a
That's
train
not as
going
fun.
towards a tunnel.
Charles, what are you doing as the tunnel is rapidly approaching you?
Well, I don't think I can get to the other end, so I'm gonna drop down
You
in
can.
between
You might have enough time. You can calculate it.
You have enough time.
Time equals.
to
what
run
is
to the
it,
other
distance
end
over speed.
and get down. I'm
Mhm.
doing that then. I want to go to the
Okay.
front of the car and then drop down to the, part
Okay.
where the cars are. Sorry.
Okay. So Charles, you run further away.
Mhm.
Give me an acrobatics check here.
That is 23.
Cirque du Soleil.
You run forward, and
That's right.
getting a little bit more familiarity with this, like the situation here. You kind of use some of that like kind of greasy residue on the top of this train car to your advantage, where you kind of run and then slide.
Yeah, cool slide at the end.
Where like you get down maybe about like a couple seconds before that tunnel overlaps, so plenty of time. You land in between the 2 train cars,
Mhm.
and you look inside, and there are a few passengers that are still alive, it appears, but there's a lot of dead mercenaries.
Can I be sneaky about this?
As much as like, a full-grown man like dropping from 10 feet onto like a metal platform.
Fuck it, open the door. Stealth out the window, it's time to go fucking cowboy.
Okay.
They're all dead.
You open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and you are now facing off with seven passengers. There are a variety of dead bodies on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't immediately see Ainsley in this area. And there is this kind of like, once again, everyone's just staring at you. And there is this kind of like shadowy, like flickering that occurs. And the lights go out and they kind of flicker for a second. And as they flicker, there is this like rapidly moving figure towards you that you only see like a very subtle like shift in the light each time the lights are on, and I need you alone to roll initiative.
Nice. Nice. Unnatural.
Okay.
Come
So as this shadow is approaching you, you have the first move.
I'd like to move to intercept.
It's moving to intercept you, so you can intercept just fine with by standing 10 toes down.
Cool. When it gets within 5 feet, taking a shot.
So are you holding an action?
I mean, is it actively moving?
Yeah.
How far away is it right now? Like 10 feet?
I'd say it's about 10 feet.
Okay, I'll take a shot at it right now.
Okay. How are you positioning yourself? Because there's a whole train car full of passengers here.
Kill them. Kill them all.
I mean, in the middle of the aisle.
It's kind of off to the side. Like, you're a sharpshooter, but you don't have the cleanest of shots, I'll say. Unless you were to try to change your positioning here.
Okay. Where would I need to be able to get a better shot at it?
If you wanted this to be totally clean, you'd probably want to be like hip firing up and away from a passenger by getting right up to this thing and trying to control where you're firing exactly.
Okay, then I'd like to close the distance.
Okay.
To where I'm right on this guy.
Easily done. So you close the distance, try to go for a clean shot. Go ahead and roll an attack.
19.
That does not hit.
Okay, I'll roll for another shot.
Mm-hmm.
21.
That does hit. Go and roll damage.
Maybe. So, from the shot, he takes 10 damage, and then because he's now marked, we both take. Fuck. 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And he's marked. So he's hexed.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to the Revenant's turn. As you get kind of within range of it, you almost have to try to go like grasp it, but there's as your hand kind of goes through its form, it just immediately loses all feeling, and you just get this like complete like staticky sense in your hand as it passes through. You kind of like clutch your hand as you lose all feeling. You feel like you have to shake it out, and then just like hip fire wildly in the direction of this thing. Your first shot completely hits dead center and goes completely through it. Your second shot seems to have some kind of purchase, because you just watch as its shoulder just like does that for a second, but you just get the sense that like the firearm is not seemingly super effective on this thing, because as it is close to you now, you're getting the sense this is not like a corporeal form of something that is like present, like your last encounter. This is odd. It's almost like it's almost in the same way that like Neri's shadow would follow him. This seems to be like a shadow. With that, you watch as it just passes completely through you, and you feel it just like grab both sides of your head from behind. So that's a 26 to hit.
It does.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm good at
And
that.
this is to confirm, Jessica, that gift of D8s is an excellent Christmas gift. Because I need more.
Well, 12.
Oops.
Sorry, 13. 7 plus 6.
Okay, so you take 34 points of psychic damage,
Cool.
and your speed is reduced to 0.
Also cool.
You have an opportunity to make a melee reaction attack as it then goes through you and out of the train itself. The rest of you hear gunfire. It is at this point that I would allow anyone who is interested to roll initiative.
A sad little
Damn.
9.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Rolled a 24.
Okay. Okay. So that brings us to. Did you want to make that melee attack, Charles?
No.
Okay. That brings us to top of the round, Mazarin. You've just used a Misty Step to get back in here. The shrapnel explodes. You kind of instinctively kind of like dip behind the professor, and you just hear him groan in pain as he just gets like kind of bonked on the head with like a blunt piece of shrapnel that otherwise would have hit you, and you're like, ooh, I kind of feel bad about that, or you don't. I don't know. And then you just hear gunfire go off, which is the typical calling card for your teammate Chucky. It sounds like he's in the train ahead of you.
How much movement do I need to expend to get over there?
Well, it's not an issue of movement. It's an issue of 2 locked doors between you and that train.
How did Chuck get in again? He
He
went
he-
all the way across.
Yeah.
Do I have enough movement to do that with 35 feet?
Well, here's the thing. You have now entered a tunnel.
Oh, shit. Can I see into the car? Can I just Misty Step in there?
You can.
Oh,
Looks
God.
like this broken
My-
door is a problem.
Yeah, my
Curious.
spellcasting economy is in a recession. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use another Misty Step. And Misty Step in.
You can take someone with you. Oh, sorry.
So, as part of this, as part of you becoming more familiar with your psionic abilities, you have just.
You have the blade jack charm.
Am I evolving?
Well, I will say you do have the Blinkjack charm, so you could take an ally with you.
Oh, yeah, let me.
Well, hang on. What was the ruling we made on this?
I don't know.
I think
It's
they-
an
I think they
unwilling
have-
creature.
Yeah. So
I don't want to
Do
go.
they have to be unwilling?
I'll say you can force anyone to try to go, but they can still succeed on your save. So if someone is certain people are easier to transport than others. So we'll say Luminora, give me a charisma saving throw against Mazarin's spell DC, and you cannot choose to fail this.
13.
That sounds like a legitimate fail.
Well, what am I? My save DC is 16.
Okay.
What?
Um, So let me ask you this, Mazarin, how do you bring Luminora with you as you move forward and blink and Misty Step into this next room?
I think, and just to clarify, I do need to expend a spell slot to do this.
Yep.
Right, yeah, because okay, yeah. So as soon as we hear the explosive noises of Chuck in the next car over, I think Luminora and I just instinctively just look at each other and exchange glances of concern. And just kind of without saying anything, I reach my hand out and grab sorry, Luminara. I think I have to touch
fair.
you for this. Yeah. Yeah. I reach my hand out and just grab her arm and just blink us into the next car over.
Presumably.
Okay. Remind me, what level are you guys? You're level
We
6, right?
are respectable level 6s.
Respectable. Yeah, we're
So
Dignified.
dignified
you
sixes.
are evolving a little bit as you have now come to terms with your level 6, one of your level 6 abilities, teleporter combat. So immediately after you cast Misty Step, you can cast one of your Scion cantrips that has a casting time of an action as part of that same bonus action.
That's awesome.
So you can combine Misty Step with a cantrip basically for free.
Do I still get a because I was intending on using my bonus action for something else. So if Misty Step was my action,
No, Misty Step is a bonus action.
oh, even though it's a spell.
It's a
Spells
spell
can
with
be
the
bonus
casting
actions.
on it. Yeah.
Okay, so I can still use a
So first off, you
a
get a free
psionic
cantrip
cantrip.
for free.
Okay,
you
any of
see,
them, any of my cantrips.
Yep, and you see ahead of you this like warbling, like static shadow.
Okay, I am going to. I feel like I should mind sliver him. Okay, I'm going to mind sliver.
Okay,
Mind sliver.
that I believe is an intelligence saving throw. Is that right?
No, actually, I just roll.
Oh, it's an attack.
Yeah. Drive
Okay, then roll
disorienting
an
spike
attack.
of psychic energy into the mind of one creature that I can see within range. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, you're correct. It is an intelligence saving throw. Sorry, I was reading the wrong thing.
Okay. That is an 18.
Damn it. Okay. Target must succeed. Does that mean that nothing happens?
Nothing happens. You still have your action, and you can do that very same thing.
Okay, or I can go one more deeper and do. God damn it. I'm going to warping shatter him. That's an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. First off, give me an intelligence-based check, adding your proficiency.
Okay. The proficiency. Okay. Oh shit, I'm rolling hot. 27.
Okay. What you are attempting to do is straining and kind of going into a gray area beyond your typical abilities. So I'll say above the table, you typically cannot cast two leveled spells in the same turn. So if you cast a bonus action spell that is a leveled spell,
Oh, when it was a cantrip.
but your Misty Step is a leveled
Misty
is a
Step.
leveled
Okay.
spell.
Yep.
However, you are a Psi Warper. This is what you do. So
That's right.
as a part of your teleporter combat, I'm going to say that for you, any teleportation spells will count as cantrips for the sake of multicasting.
Okay, but they
So-
still cost me. They still cost me a spell slot,
They
right?
still cost you the spell slots.
Okay.
But you are like pushing the boundaries of psionics by doing this. But yeah, I'm going to allow it for the future because it's cool. So go ahead and what do I do? It's an intelligence save.
Intelligence save, yeah.
Fail.
Ah. Roping shatter. Okay. I need D8s. I also need more D8s. A creature takes 3. Okay, so you're going to take psychic damage, which I will roll for. And then you have a negative D4 on your next saving throw until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area. I don't know if that applies.
Okay. So go and roll your damage.
Train takes damage.
5, 2, 8. 7 plus 8. 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay. So this thing, yeah. So you have a special ability, or you found that your whatever like attunement of psychic energy seems to be particularly effective against revenants.
Knew it. Okay, so 30 points of psychic damage.
Funnily enough, no.
Damn it.
So basically I'll just say the way this works is these things actually typically are, or this thing particularly, would usually be resistant to psychic damage. And for whatever reason, that does not apply to psychic damage from you when you are the source of that psychic damage.
Revenant.
Wait, what?
Usually.
So
Okay.
it's halved and then doubled.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay. That brings us to Enoch.
We still in a tunnel?
Yep.
How big is the window on this door?
What an excellent question.
Not big enough.
I'm gonna say it's like
Totally big enough. You know, small.
3 by 2 feet.
3 wide or 3 tall? That's important.
3 tall.
Okay.
3 tall. 2 wide.
I mean, Enoch's like 1 by 1 from up top, right?
He's a lanky fellow.
You just gotta go in sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Like
I'm
a
gonna-
torpedo.
I'm gonna
You
try
gonna
to.
Shang-Chi it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up.
See, Shang-Chi it.
I'm gonna try to pick up the drink cart that's in here, and throw it at the window, and then
Yeah, all right, muscle man.
maybe launch myself.
Let's see that. Let's see that athletics check.
I'm good. I'm averagely strong. Oh. 22.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Adrenaline rush.
You pick up the drink cart, and just kind of like hoist it up and like making your body a big hammer. You smash it. The drink cart itself, you get the sense is a little too big, so it smashes through the glass, and then you kind of pull it off and drop it, and you look, and now you have a 3x2 opening window with like pretty thick, jagged glass going around it.
Was that my action to do that?
I would say so.
Okay. This is really weird, but can I, or I'm going to, because I can, flurry of blows to pull out that rod and heal myself a little bit? For one of the attacks.
What rod?
The thing that... the consequences of Sal's action.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Blowing up
yeah.
the door.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
And then I'll have one more flurry of blows, and I'll jump through, sort of feet first, jump through this window. That's max.
Okay. So you feet first jump through. Want to go ahead and give me an acrobatics check?
Don't like that. Don't like that. 14.
Okay. I'm gonna be merciful here.
Beard. Hurt me.
The pain.
Well, pain's not the issue. I'm gonna be merciful in a different way. So you kick your way through and just like completely score like the side of your like chest here and up the arm. Let me ask you this. Is it more important to get through at the cost of damage, or would you rather be less hurt but stuck in the window?
No, he's thrown himself through.
Okay, I kind of figured that was the case. I will. My mercy is giving you that option, as opposed to like leaving you impaled. Like, do I take it out or leave it in? Like in this little window frame.
Okay.
That is 10 points of slashing damage that you take.
Okay.
And I believe that is. Well, you still have more movement, so and on the other side of the door, you are kind of leaking now. Kind of, you just put your hand and just put a little bit of pressure there, and forward is the train car. There's the door in front of you.
Throwing open the door, maybe?
You hit it, and as you do, you hit it, and the door doesn't budge. The mechanism doesn't even, like, you know how normally a locked door has a tiny bit of give? This thing has none whatsoever, and as you hit the handle at all, these three like faint glows of runes of an arcane lock glow.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to
Yeah, I
Luminar.
figure oh, sorry, didn't mean to chime in. I fear if I'm last at initiative somewhere, I'm on my turn, whatever the fuck is going on. If I get a chance, I will throw some nerve gas at somebody and cast Hold Person if possible.
Sounds good. Love it. Love it. I will follow your directions to the T.
Justify his. You didn't even say enemy.
Yep.
Watch out, Enoch.
That brings us to Chuckles.
Oh, me. Well, I can't go anywhere, but...
Actually,
Sure.
sorry. Before your turn, I'm actually going to use 3 legendary actions.
Well,
To-
was this a legendary action kind of fight?
to attempt an internal crush on you, Charles. So I need a con save.
This costs 3 legendary actions?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably bad.
Wonderful. Okay. 9.
Okay. So you are now restrained,
Mm-hmm.
meaning all your attacks are at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you, until the end of your next turn, and then you suffer 37 points of force damage.
Jesus, are you still up?
You still up, dude?
He's a
I'd
tough
like
boy.
to hold on. I'd like to use a luck point to give myself advantage on this roll.
Good call.
And still 9.
Oh.
2 threes in a row, people. I'm
37
working
points
with
of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, I'm glad I got to run on a train. You know what? Last time I played a gunslinger, I also died on a train.
I know you didn't.
Yeah, I did. We were on the train.
Died in a factory, right?
Yeah, you
No way.
you were.
Was
no,
I
you
on
were,
a conveyor belt?
Factory
nope.
accident?
I'm
No.
100% sure it was a train, but okay.
No. Yeah. Anyways, that brings us to Chuckles. Death save.
Oh yeah, I get to do one of those.
Your speciality.
Keep a secret. Keep a secret.
What's that for one?
Oh yeah. Don't just message it to me. Don't say it out loud.
Oh yeah, I haven't rolled it yet. I'm praying.
I know.
Praying.
Hurry up.
Good energy, good energy.
Where's your God now, James? All that time at Freedom Christian School, where's your God now?
I shouldn't have abandoned him.
All right. Anyways, Luminora, what was your initiative?
I want to say 9.
Okay. Oh, hang on, guys. Text from James. Yeah. All right. So who's in here? Mazarin and Luminora
And Charles.
and Charles.
And a
And
ghost.
Enoch.
Where's Saul? I know
And
he's.
Enoch goes in between trains.
Oh, he hasn't come to the
And
second
Saul
one.
is
Okay.
still in the
Oof,
first
all
train.
that happened on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
That is
guys
dangerous.
gotta keep
It
track.
is at this point you're out of the tunnel. Ooh, that's so mean. Okay. Michael. Yeah. It sees you all here, and you watch as its body, it just like turns as you two jump in. It just like holds its hand up, and you watch as Charles just like gasps, and then it just sounds like he's being choked like internally, and you watch as he just completely falls unconscious. Then it just like whips its head over at you two, and it just like hunches its shoulders forward and just full on explodes. I need everyone in here. Well, Charles automatically fails to make a intelligence saving throw.
Shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait, if I get attacked, isn't that 2 death saves?
If you get a coup de grace, so that's an attack within
Okay,
5
okay.
feet, any damage is 2 death saves. And then if you end up taking damage beyond your hit point total, that's also automatic death.
Beyond my total hit points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a 14 save.
Nope.
22?
Yep. So that is going to be, damn it. That is not that high. So Mazarin, you take 23 points of psychic damage. Luminora, you take 11 points of psychic damage. And Charles takes 23 points of psychic damage, which is a single death saving throw.
Been in worse situations.
True. And Luminora and Mazrin, you're a little probably stunned right now with this damage.
Wait, I have resistance to psychic damage.
Knew it.
In addition, when I fail in intelligence, I was like, I should, right? If I fail an intelligence saving throw, I can take a reaction to expend one psionic die. I can roll a psionic die, add that number, and potentially turn my failure into a success.
Okay.
Sick. What's the psionic die? Is that a d6?
It's a D8.
Oh. Okay. Let's do
You
this. What did I get?
graduated
14. Yeah. But then I'm also resistant. So does that mean that I can turn this into 0? Or I can just have the half,
You can
potentially.
have the
Reroll.
half.
That is a +2. How about a 16?
Fail.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I can still have the
I'm
half.
sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at your failure.
No, I can still half the full, which means I can also only take 11 points of damage. Correct?
Yeah.
There you go, guys.
Suck it, Revenant.
23.
Okay.
44 minus 11.
That brings us to Luminora.
I don't know what I want to do anymore.
Do you want
Do
Sal
what
to go first?
Luminara would do.
Do you want me to go first with Sal to give you some
No.
time to figure it
No,
out?
decidedly
You sure?
not. Uh-huh.
God, no.
I will. I guess I need to run across the car and get to Charles. Charles Brand, Chucky Chuck.
Yep. You can do that.
I will use Healing Hands to give him 3d4. That's it, buddy.
Do I need to roll that?
I did for you. It's 8.
Take it.
We're not a
Is Alex
healing
frozen?
kind of
No.
group, so
Where's Shadowheart when you need her?
So here's what I'm going to do. Yes, you get that healing. Charles is stabilized. However, moving forward, that 36 that got you below 0, until your next long rest, I'm not going to unmark that.
What do you mean?
So if you-
I see what you're saying. So if I go down and then take damage, add that
Yeah.
to the 36.
Yep,
I got it. Okay.
until your next long rest.
Yeah. That makes sense. Also,
Okay.
not cool, but alright.
Yeah. Okay, Charles is up. As far as you can tell, the Revenant is nowhere in sight. There are a bunch of terrified passengers around you that are screaming, and you saw that a couple more of them who are maybe like in some levels of being injured are now like full on. You watch as one person just like goes like, "Hurr," and his brain just explodes, and he just kind of like falls over.
Jesus.
So it's now this like quiet tenseness, and you are surrounded by these like 8 individuals in this train car.
I would like to. I don't know if this counts as a bonus action, but I'm going to kind of look at each of their faces, trying to get a read on each of them, and then wait for my next turn to do my action.
Okay. I will say for now, we will have exited initiative.
Oh, sweet.
I was gonna sit up,
I want to cast
on
Detect
the-
Magic.
up against the wall if you can. Just
Oh,
kind of like
sorry, I forgot you're dying.
lean back.
You're unconscious. Oh wait, no, you're dying. That's right.
I'm conscious.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
You cast Detect Magic. There are a variety of magical items on some of these passengers. You don't detect any of those like cold spots other than what's coming from Mazarin. Give me an give me an Arcana check here.
Invest Arcana. Yeah, and as she's like standing with her back to you, Charles, she's just like, "Are you doing okay there, Charles?" But she's like
Yeah.
decidedly not looking at you and is like looking over all of these passengers.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration because I didn't like that roll. That one's worse. Okay, 15.
Okay. Yeah. So, really, it is just a couple like magical items here and there. You do notice there's one magical item on on one of the corpses. And as you kind of walk over to this area, you see kind of like the horrified face of Ainsley as she is dead. And there's like what looks like a magical like charm on her neck.
Take it.
We failed our mission.
The doctor's okay.
We were to escort her. I would like to pick up this charm and see what that is.
With that Arcana check, I'll say you know what this is.
Okay.
This is a charm of Eldritch Hunger.
Oh.
So when you counterspell or dispel a spell or effect, you gain a spell slot equal to 1/2 the original effect level, rounded down.
While this is going on, Charles is gonna reach into his jacket and pull out a really old pack of cigarettes. There's like 4 left in there, and he's gonna take one of them, put it back, and light it. Put the pack back, light the cigarette, while he sits leaned up against the wall of the train.
Okay. As you do, you hear this kind of like frazzled-looking gnome pipe up as he kind of like crawls out from under the seat, and he goes, "Does anybody want to tell me what the fuck is going on?"
Well, do you think you could keep it down, buddy? Some of us just died.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody stay in your seats. I'm gonna head to the back and try and let Enoch in, and kind of like try and eyeball Mazarin to tag team her into like figure out these people.
Yeah. You go to unlock the door. The door does not. There's an arcane lock.
I'll just cast another dispel magic.
Okay. Are you gonna equip that charm before you do so?
I think I will.
Okay. Do you have an attunement slot?
I do not. Never mind. I'd have to take something off. Can I take something off immediately and attune to this right now?
I'm gonna say
No,
for
it's up to
charms,
Porthos.
you can immediately attune because these are like pretty minor enchantments.
Okay, yeah, I will switch out. I think I have the Mythalium charm right now.
Okay. So you switch out your charm. So you can trade what level's Dispel Magic?
Third.
Jesus. You can trade a 3rd level for a 1st level, basically.
Okay, better than nothing.
Okay.
That's a minor enchantment? It's crazy.
Yep. As you do, the runes kind of fade, and you can unlock the door. Your party can all reconvene, and there's just like this murmuring where you hear like this woman just say, I can't deal with this right now. And you see two like religious members kind of just like with their heads bowed in prayer, just like, Founder, guide our hands, give us strength during these trying times. And it's getting kind of like loud in here. You hear one of the, you see at this point the conductor also has made his way back as he's just entering from the front for now, and is like just getting an appraisal of the situation. He's also got like a cigar that he's lighting. You see he's like going over to the bodies and cross-referencing it with what appears to be like a manifest.
Is there anyone that looks suspicious during all this commotion?
Give me a suspicious check. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay, can I also compound this with like my telepathy to pick up on any sus vibes? Is that a thing?
Yes, that's vibes. Telepathy sus vibes.
I don't think if you wanted to try to cast a spell like mind reading or something like that, you could.
No,
but
I
don't think you can.
Okay, that was. Okay, what am I rolling? Investigation.
Insight. Or I'll allow
Insight.
an investigation check here.
Okay. 17.
Let me ask you this: describe to me how you're going about doing this?
Well, if I can't use my vibe reading skills, then I'm just like, as everyone is sort of kerfluffled, I'm just looking for anyone whose energy does not pass the vibe check. Sorry, I don't know. I need to stop talking like this, but that's what I'm doing.
To be fair, I feel like it kind of fits your character. I feel like Mazarin seems like terminally millennial. So there is a prisoner and guard at the back that seem a little like detached from everything going on here, in the sense that like the guard seems really focused on the prisoner, almost like he's like, I don't want, like, is there a chance for something to go wrong with my duties for this guy escaping? And the prisoner seems just like, whatever, I don't care about any of this. Like, if I die, great. He just seems kind of like defeated. The conductor seemed a little like, yep, everyone on my train died. Well, that's Monday. He seems like he just kind of stepped in and then quite quickly like was like, yeah, okay. And seems like he kind of quickly came to terms with the situation. From your vantage too, he also reeks of alcohol. The
train's on tracks. So like, crash.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who cares?
Practically drives itself.
Yeah. There's a nun essentially who is like looking over you all a little bit like suspiciously. There's a priest sitting across from the nun who looks like just genuinely pretty nervous. The engineer here looks again suspicious of you all, and there's kind of this like silent, brooding, armed individual. He's got like a pauldron indicating his connection to the Steel Covenant, although he's not fully in uniform, which is a little odd. And he's just kind of sitting there like he's got a gun above the table, like looking to draw on someone if some shit starts to go down.
The conductor was drunk, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the conductor and just say, "Can I take a look at that passenger list?"
He kind of like holds it close to the chest and just goes, "And who are you?"
I am one of the Black Ledgermen, and the situation is quickly spiraling out of control, and we're gonna have to step in here.
He kind of takes the list and then just like kind of like taps it against your shoulder, like, ugh, like Ledgerman. And he's just like, whatever, take it.
Sick. Okay. Does it say the name? Well, I guess I wouldn't know who the prisoner is. Does it have any
No.
descriptors, or is it just names?
There's a long list of names.
Okay. Is it car by car? Can I narrow it down to the people in this car?
Yeah, I'll say you can.
Okay.
I mean, you get a long list of names. How are you attempting to like cross-reference? Are you taking roll call up front?
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not a roll call, but I'm just gonna go through the car and just ask people their names.
Okay. So as you do, everyone is helpful enough.
Is that Gratch or Cratch?
Gratch.
Fenno Gratch.
Okay. These are the names of the individuals that are still alive.
Okay. I'm gonna circle the names of all the people that are still alive, and I'm gonna give it to. Is Charles holding the book with the identifying
We all have one of
book?
those.
You all have one.
Oh, we do. Oh, sick. I'm going to.
I just use mine a lot.
Yeah, I haven't used mine yet. I'm gonna use mine for the first time.
Okay.
And
You're
just looking
looking.
for any important details. I don't need the whole. I don't need everyone's fucking life story, unless it's relevant.
Yeah.
God, no.
So let's see here. So there's a lot of people, so I'll try to. So here's what you get. Generally, the information you get from these like these lookups are, you get their like basic demographic information. You get known associations, any known like classification, which is kind of like an above the table like D&D subclass, like is somebody a caster that we know of, this or that, and then like their insurrection risk designation. So with that, kind of going down the list, in no particular order, so Cornelius Venrick, he is at Steel Covenant. He was discharged honorably. He's also got a known association with the Charter Merchant Consortium. That is a merchant group out of the Aetherforge. He is actually an artificer by trade. And he has a IRD of Watchful for some recorded expression of dissent. And there is no further elaboration on that. Moving on to Sister Olis Thorn. She's a half-elf. She is. She is associated with the Church of the Emberfront, out of the Sanctiforge. You may remember that that was, I believe, the area where Charles pistol whipped unimportant people.
Very unimportant.
This is a spellcaster, so she's flagged for being a spellcaster, a cleric of the Founder with a light domain subtype. And she has an IRD of loyal. Then Mr. Gratch, our conductor, is a dwarf. He works for the Rail Wardens, but is known to do some freelance work for the freelance rail surveyors. And he has an IRD of fractured because of a proximity to the Verdania's Workers Union, which is an insurrectionist group. Right.
We love unions.
Yeah, well, they're literally an insurrectionist group within Verdania.
Win some, lose some.
And he has an alias of One Shoe.
Not that guy.
Casaria, this is our tiefling here. She was a former translator for the Aetherforge Licensing Bureau, for which she was terminated. She is listed as being a spellcaster with no known like super type or subtype. And she has an insurrection risk designation of volatile, which is like borderline criminal. And she has a warrant issued in 3 of the city-states due to suspected occult collusion. She is an active member of the Green Patch Guild, which is a merchant guild out of Verdania. So she is a Verdania native. Father Rillick, our priest here, he is also out of the Emberfront district of the Sanctiforge. He has a loyal IRD, and no significant associations otherwise.
This seems boring.
See here. So that brings us to. I don't think we didn't get Morris yet. So Morris, our gnome, is he is a rail warden engineer who also does some work out of Logistica as an efficiency coordinator. He has an so this is like, you know, kind of, so he has a stable IRD. That brings us to Lauren, the prisoner. So he has an IRD of ruinous.
Oh.
Wow. Have we ever seen one so bad?
No. Like this is as bad. I mean, this is basically like an active insurrectionist. So he is a convicted insurrectionist from the Aetherforge, who was on a fast-track sentence to a life of labor in Verdania.
Slavery.
Prison sentence.
Tomato.
And then he is also scheduled for getting memory realignment and remediation in Verdania as well. His crimes, as far as you can gander, were for basically sharing. He worked in like one of the artificer factories, and apparently shared some proprietary technology with a group of supposed insurrectionists. That brings us to Captain Halden Merrick. This is a Steel Covenant dwarf, works in the logistics division, mainly transportation and conservation of domestic terrorists and insurrectionists. Loyal service record, IRD is loyal. So I know that was a ton of words. I don't know how helpful that was, but that's all the like dry information you get from looking them up in the ledger. As this happens, Alderdice kind of stumbles back. He's still very much bleeding, by the way. And he's just kind of like, looking around as well, and he'll sit down in here. And he looks at you, Luminora, and he says, I told you, there's nowhere you can take me. And he kind of pops over, he like reaches down and like pulls like a liquor bottle out of one of like the dead passengers' hands and just like uncorks this like bottle of wine and just starts drinking from the bottle.
I hold open the door for presumably Enoch and Sal. And I look to both of them and say, can one of you help Charles? He's at the back on the floor.
Yeah, as soon as the door opens, there's this like ding, 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 and you see this like flask that was thrown from the back that's like filled with like this blue liquid that as soon as it lands and then starts to swirl with this like green like substrate, and it begins to like sublime, and you see the glass just like crack, and it looks like this thing is about to explode in this room. I will allow anyone who wishes to attempt to take like a single action before this happens.
Charles uses an action to take out his flask and take a drink.
Okay.
Ready to die.
Okay.
I'm gonna try dispel magic on it.
Okay. Yeah, it just works. So as this was about to explode, filling the room with poison, you
I knew that was coming.
you dispel the effect, and it becomes inert, and there's just silence.
Charles sighs, stands up.
You hear
Walks
Sal.
over.
You just hear Sal just yell from the back, "Reloading!"
I shoot towards his voice.
Okay.
It's just gonna make it worse.
Are
I'm not trying to hit him. I'm just trying to scare him.
You're in a train full
Okay.
of people.
So you fire. With that, people start screaming. The Steel Covenant captain gets up and he draws on you. the prison guard also stands in front of his prisoner, and you watch as he just like holds out his hand, and this tiny rod just like opens up into what looks like essentially like a Halo gravity hammer, except like the front of it has like this like light blue like arcing like artificer technology. And you see Morris, the engineer, just like reaches into either side of his coat and just kind of like crosses his arms like this and just kind of slowly stands up. The tension in the room has significantly gone up, and people are getting real testy here.
I reholster my gun and throw him back onto the ground and take another drag of my cigarette.
With that, you see the SEAL Covenant captain just begin to speak up and just go, all right, it's pretty clear that there is something going on here, and we've got a couple hours till we make it into Verdania. We need to figure this out together, or we'll all die alone.
Mm-hmm. Enoch runs.
Well, why don't you start by telling us what happened since we weren't here? Sorry, go ahead, Pierce.
You're just gonna go into the train car.
Yeah. Enoch
Come on.
walks in.
I'm gonna walk past Enoch towards Sal.
Okay. You see Sal, he's just got this very neat array of like alchemical ingredients, and he just goes, you just hear him like humming to himself. He's like, is it just the right amount? And then he's like making another one of his bombs. And he turns and goes, Luminora, was the fight successful?
She smacks her hands down on the table. Sal, you need to focus. Your actions are a liability to all of us, okay? The battle is over. No need to throw potions in. Also, what was that with the door? Doors don't open when you cast Shatter on them.
How do you know this is Shatter spell?
Because I'm also a wizard and I understand your magic.
Okay. And he just like starts putting his stuff away. Whatever you say, boss.
Next time you mark me, Sal, I'm marking you. And I sheath my sword and walk off.
Look, it is accident.
I don't respond. I'm already walking away.
Yeah. All right. With that, the captain continues. He just goes, look, as far as I could tell, whatever the fuck that thing was seemed to be going after this one. And he points at Alderdice. And he says, so I don't know what's going on with your group or why a train from the Aetherforge to Verdania has to have like 20 armed mercenaries, kind of gesturing towards the ground, towards all the dead people. And he just goes, also, why is it that your group, who conveniently was not around when the attack came in, has a whole train car to themselves? That is, I think, worth bringing up to the group. And you hear people begin to like speak up, and you hear like kind of the gnome just go, yeah, they weren't around, were they?
We're the Ledgermen.
Well, we're rich.
Yeah, we got it like that. No, I don't say that. I don't say that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
also don't say that.
Well, Mazerin's gonna point to Ainsley's body and say, well, she's the one who made the arrangements. How did she die?
We didn't see anything. You hear the priest kind of pipe up. He just goes, right? And he looks around and just goes, the lights went out, and then it was just complete darkness altogether. And I just felt movement, like something cold was close by. So I just prayed for the founder to guide me through it. And in but a moment, with a little bit of faith, the darkness dissipated. And this is the aftermath. perhaps we're being judged. I feel that what is happening here is not a matter of. I feel that this is a matter of faith.
Above the table question, is our understanding that the shadow from the Revenant has to be within a certain distance of the body? Like the
Yeah, what you have learned is that generally speaking, the term revenant is kind of like a broad term for like your best bet is it is like someone who like has been experimented on, presumably by like whether it's like the sixth house that's behind it or some kind of organization under the spy master. But there seems to be kind of like a diversity in the way that their abilities manifest. A lot of it reminds you of Neri. So I would say, as far as you know, when you've seen some of those like apparitions, yeah, they're generally tethered to like a living body. And generally it's like in pretty close proximity, which would imply that if that thing's still around, that its tether is still on this train.
Hey, Neri, if you've got any tips on how to figure out which one of these has a shadow, speak now. That'd be amazingly helpful.
All right, real quick, above the table. Pierce, I'm happy for you to do this, but I don't want to pigeonhole you into it for the rest of the campaign. So it's up to you.
I think I'll be the rest of the campaign, I'll tell you that. Not much I can tell from where I am. I can barely see you. I'd say go for the most nervous looking person.
I relay that psychically to Mazarin.
Enoch's gonna check out Ainsley, ignoring Charles on the ground smoking.
Fine.
He seems to be breathing. That's good enough.
Wait, Charles is just on the ground?
I sat down on the ground
Okay.
after I holstered my gun, sat back down,
Eddie.
started smoking again.
Okay. What a dramatic bitch. Yeah. You go to investigate Ainsley. What are you looking for?
Cause of death.
Medicine check.
23.
It reminds you a lot of what you saw on the student in the in Valen's academy. A lot of like internal, like hemorrhaging, without external signs of trauma.
Okay. Who's closest to Ainsley?
That would be the half-orc gentleman who introduced himself to you as Halson, who's also dead. Oh, did you mean alive?
I mean, alive. Yeah.
It would be Casaria, the merchant from Verdania, the tiefling.
That one.
Yeah, the hot one. Enoch, after turning over Ainsley for a little bit, stands up with a grimace on his face and like turns right to her. So you're the closest living person. Not saying you're involved with this at all, but
Is it because I'm a tiefling?
not at
Nice.
all. No, don't. I understand.
At this point, you realize. Like, you look down and like, Ainsley's a tiefling, and then you look at the other tiefling.
Oh. I don't care where you.
You said I'm the there's bodies scattered about this train. You walk over to the only other tiefling here who happens to be at my feet, and you think I had something to do with this?
She's the only one I care about. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by that. You're just the first person that seems to be alive and close to her. Just trying to figure out how the hell my boss just died. Did you see anything?
Well,
Did you hear anything?
I don't know how to put into context what I heard. It was complete darkness, and it's like the father said. There was some movement. I felt like an otherworldly presence, like the great. And you see as she kind of stops and says, I don't know what else to tell you.
That's good enough. Are you alright? Did you get hurt in any way? I can help.
Well, I think that it will take me a long time to process all of this, and I feel that I'm still grieving internally for the horror that I witnessed.
Alright. Well, if you find a scratch or something, call me over. Sorry for the misunderstanding. And
What
he'll
I
go.
have can't be healed.
Oh.
Jessica, your face.
Alright. Alright. He'll turn away and continue going down the closest people to investigate.
Yeah, she was kind of like just staring at you. Okay. And then you hear kind of Alderdice muttering in the back of the train. It's resting.
Oh boy. Who looks the most
nervous?
Yeah. The priest.
Give me an insight check.
Can we tag team this?
Yeah, can we tag team this?
Sure.
We can maintain
Insight.
our internal comms.
Ooh, natty 1.
12.
It's all you.
Mazrin, these are you've never seen a train of more suspicious motherfuckers than the one that you stand in. Like, everyone here looks guilty as shit. And everyone's kind of like looking at you because you guys are kind of the ones kind of up and about, like claiming to be part of the Ledgermen. So everyone seems to be like, especially, bear in mind from their perspective, Charles kicks open the door to the front door, starts blasting, gets like psychically choked out, and then like pops back up after you guys just teleport in, and then like bombs fly in that gets defused, and then he just starts firing wildly at his teammate from the other train car, and then sits down smoking. Like, from their standpoint, this is pretty much like a train heist that you guys are conducting. So there's definitely this vibe of like there's a witch hunt being conducted by a bunch of toddlers, and they don't want to be like the target of mob justice here. So there's like this sense of like a lack of control, a sense of like nobody really being in charge, and like tension is very high and everyone looks extremely nervous. And you start to see a lot of these passengers are kind of like looking around at each other and looking at their surroundings, trying to think of like, if we have to like fight these guys off, like how are we gonna do that? And they're like looking like, who can we trust? Some of them are kind of like walking around and like, at this point you watch as after Enoch kind of confronted Casaria, you watch as she just like takes her bottle and moves over towards like the Steel Covenant captain and sits down. You just kind of hear her, you overhear her just going like, "I'm sorry, sir. You just seem like you seem like maybe you could keep us safe. And I'm just so terrified. And I was wondering if I could just sit here while I try to calm my nerves." And he just goes, "That's quite all right, ma'am. Go ahead and you can take a load off here. I won't let anything happen to you." And she goes,
Mister.
"Oh, such a gentleman."
How about you,
Um,
sister? Sister Thorn, you've been awfully quiet. Tell us maybe a little bit about what you saw or witnessed. Anything different from what they've already described?
Well, I again was sitting here reciting my prayers when I noticed that she says, "Well, I don't want to say because I would hate to get anyone in any sort of trouble."
Go on, and no one's coming after anyone here. We're just trying to figure it all out so that we can all be in a safe place. So for everyone's safety, please.
She looks over and she looks over at the Father Rillick, who just goes, "It's quite all right, sister. Go ahead and tell her what you know." And he says, "These are Ledgermen. Remember, this is one of the fingers of the Founder's hand. They're responsible for maintaining and stewarding the profitability of the company." And with that, she just goes, "Well, I suppose that's true. Well, just before the attack, I couldn't help but notice that the conductor seemed out of sorts. He was muttering along, and it seemed that he had been drinking. And he went over towards the front of the train right before everything happened. I'm sure it's nothing, but it's just what comes to mind. I'm sorry."
Alcoholism isn't a crime. Jeez, that's not helpful.
Writing it down.
Is the conductor like in on the conversation, or is he just like conked out in the corner somewhere?
He seems very much like he's like, "Ah, shit, I have to kind of get to the bottom of this." And then you guys identified yourselves as Ledgerman. He's like, "Yes, time to sit down and drink." So he's just like sitting down, just like not giving a shit about anything happening right now. He seems very detached.
Yeah, I'm on the same.
So, Mr. Conductor Gratch, you enjoy
Yeah.
a drink every now and then. Would that be fair to say?
What, do you work for the commission?
I'm not.
Listen, I'll tell you what I told my other Upersizer, which I only had 2 drinks. Okay? So I can handle the liquor.
Is that typical?
Is
For you?
that typical?
Mm-hmm.
Is it typical? Is it typical of me? That's what you're asking me. On my own train.
It is.
Really?
It's a simple yes or no question.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the question?
Do you often drink while conducting trains?
Look, what can I say? You know? After all, the founder made us all infallible. So a guy has a drink every once in a while. Okay? It's been known to happen.
Yes, guys.
Maybe to this conversation they're having? Are we all just sitting in, or is she up in?
No, this is happening out loud.
Yeah, this guy's pretty loud.
I chime in. What is problem with have drink? It is his job. He has it handled.
Look, no one's on trial here.
Look, the train's
Right?
on tracks.
I
The thing
disagree.
basically drives itself.
Crash.
Has hit a switch, and it goes to their place.
Exactly.
And you're not gonna tell my supervisor, are you?
No. You are okay.
Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with drinking, or even drinking on the job, but I think in this specific situation, people have died, and
I was poisoned.
by your own doing, yes.
Was magically poisoned.
Okay, I'm done with this. Enoch is going to walk up to him.
Look, if you wanna find out, so what are you doing as you walk up to him?
Just laying a hand on his chest.
Oh, you're a big tough guy, huh? Trying to rip up the train conductor. Well, I'll tell you what. You want to know who's really responsible for this? You
There's
want
a-
to know who's responsible?
Pulse of warmth through him, and he is no longer drunk.
Damn.
What did you do to me?
Made it easier to talk to you.
He looks around and just goes, God damn it, I'm gonna have to catch up. And he just like takes his flask and just starts drinking and just goes, all right, what do you want?
Oh, boy.
I can do this as many times as you take a drink. So, once we figure out who killed our boss, feel free to get shit-faced.
Look, stop taking my drink away, okay? I'll tell you what you want to know, just don't do that. Look, I wanted to lay down flat, so I went up to the front. May have had a little bit of a nappy poo. I come back, everything's gone to shit. People are dead. So, I don't know, if you think that there's someone here that's causing all this, how about look at the fucking prisoner in the back?
We're making our way. You're just...
Look, I'm
Very
a loyal citizen, okay? I pay my taxes. So you and your ledgerman can back on off of me, okay? I contribute to society.
Enoch has the notebook that he's been writing notes on so far, just the conductor and Casaria.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says out loud as he writes, drinking on the job.
Okay, look. And he looked, he just goes, hey, can you get down to my level for a second?
I'll crouch.
Look, I'm gonna level with you, bro. All right, I need this job. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got dependents. All right, I got kids. Okay, and I know I'm not like dad of the year. Okay, but look, I'm not fucking going back to Ferrum. I'm just not. Okay, I'm just not gonna do it. So I'll tell you whatever. Like, I don't have any information, but I'll tell you what you want to know. You just can't. You can't say anything about this. You know, that would just be, it's like I'm begging you, okay? Like if I'll get down on, do you want me to beg right now? Because I will.
No, you don't.
You want to see a grown man cry in front of you? Just
Please.
snot bubbling out of my nose, getting stuck in my beard, getting all matted. Is that what you want to see? Because look, I don't give a shit, okay? My life's fucking gone to shit since she... And he just starts to kind of weeping.
Oh.
Why'd you do it, bro? Why did you take it away?
Well, I can't put it back, so, listen, just keep drinking. You seem like you need it.
He just starts like wiping off his like snot on his beard and his like thick snot, like that he's starting to web. So, yeah, he's gonna just start like drinking in front. And as this happens, you just hear someone like this gnome just go, "That's fucking pathetic. What a fucking joke."
Write something in my book, move to the next person.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down with Lauren and Halden. Still gonna walk around with my sword out. Kind of.
Okay. You see that like Halden kind of takes a little bit of like a somewhat like protective stance from his prisoner. Like he doesn't really want anyone close to his prisoner.
Is the
Me
prisoner
too.
marked like we are?
No.
Okay.
Have you two been traveling together long?
The Halden just goes, no.
She pulls out her ledger book. So you wouldn't know how Lauren Vey was captured, would you? Did he put up quite a fight?
He was already incarcerated at the time of his transfer. My job is to get him from one place to another as expeditiously as possible.
And how long have you been traveling with him?
Since the Aether Forge.
So not too long to see if anything abnormal has been happening.
Well, he's an insurrectionist, but in my line of work, not particularly abnormal.
And you yourself, how long have you been working for the Steel Covenant?
I'm sorry, am I a suspect of something?
Unfortunately, everyone in this cart is a little bit suspicious until we can narrow things down.
Mm-hmm. And what about you all?
Well, if you have the authority and wish to question us, you could, but alas, it looks like right now we're the ones trying to solve this.
I've been working with the Covenant now for about 15 years. I spent the last 2 years as a domestic officer within the Aether Forge. Prisoner transports, drunken students, that sort of thing. So when we get a worker order for a prisoner to be transferred, we've got a pipeline down with Verdania. We've got an agreement with the Grey Warden, so this is about as routine as it gets. I probably make, 15 drop-offs a quarter, maybe about 100 per fiscal. So, no, is there anything particularly abnormal? Well, other than the fact that about half the people on this train fucking dropped dead in the cover of magical darkness, no, not particularly.
Do you
It's
have any-
quite nice armor you have.
Yep, it's standard issue, buddy. So, thanks. For what it's worth, it belongs to the Covenant, not myself. Luminar, as Sal mentions that, little thing, you notice he's got your detect magic, we'll say, is still up. There's clearly like a lot of magical, like almost like magical circuitry coming off of his armor, but beneath it, he appears to have like some kind of like magical charm or something like that. That's like exuding this faint magical energy.
Can I see what school of magic it is?
Yes, this would be. It would have a little bit of. This would be enchantment.
Could I see documentation of your transport? I'm sure that with all the bureaucracy, there's some sort of form that indicates which prisoner you're taking and where.
He hands you a little like folder.
Yeah, I pull it out, kind of like looking at it, keeping a little bit of an eye on him, and I just want to see if there's anything that says that confirms their names and where they're supposed to be, and if it seems forged or magically altered in any way.
Give me an investigation check here.
Can I
Yes.
help with that actually?
How
I've
would you
got
like to do that?
We've got the ability to discern any obscure information from books.
Oh.
So I would like to come over like, ooh, I like paper. Let me take a look too. And see if I can give you a hand if there's anything out of the ordinary. See if I could help investigate that.
Okay, with that, I will allow you to give Luminor advantage on her roll.
He like kind of side eyes him as he gets up close and just like, you said investigation. That is a 22.
You notice as you're both kind of pouring through this information, a lot of this is pretty dry. It seems like this prison transfer, for whatever reason, and the way it's documented, was like pretty like hastily done. Like this prisoner was not even in holding, but he was said to be delivered from the Divinorum to Aetherforge, basically like immediately on the transfer, which the Divinorum is like, by all, as far as you can tell, it's like not really a city in the same way that it has like a prison and a bunch of citizens that live there. That's just kind of like where a bunch of like the rich elite live. So that part is odd. And also it's like, if that truly needed to be done, if there was for some reason a prisoner that was important, why wouldn't they just go from the Divinorum directly to Verdania, which is closer? So other than that, everything tracks, but that's just one oddity, I guess.
I will
I
check
sorry.
into the comms with everyone and just
Can I
say,
take the paper? Yeah, I was gonna say, can I take
"Oh yeah,
the paper?
if you want
That's
them,
right.
I'll
We can
handle
all we can all mentally speak to
Yeah.
each other now, can't we?
Yeah,
it."
that's
So
what
I'm gonna check
she's
into
gonna
comms
do.
and just let everyone know. Like, I think I found someone suspicious over here. I'm more suspicious of the guard than the prisoner.
With that, Mazarin is going to form a telepathic connection with Lauren and just start by saying, stay calm. I've forged this connection between us because I feel it's safer for us to talk here, and then just waits looking at him for an acknowledgement, hopefully.
You watch as like he immediately looks at the guard, and then he gives you like he literally just gives you a side eye, and then looks back at the guard like a little bit scared, and then just like leans back in his chair and again gives you a side eye. He doesn't, you see he doesn't even want to move his head, but he just like gives you a side eye real quick.
It's safe for us to talk. He can't hear us.
And I'm gonna keep trying to talk to the guard, presuming that I think I would recognize that Mazarin's gonna start doing some stuff. So
I
I'm
would
gonna try
go
and keep him
over
a little distracted.
and like, oh yes, I forget I have the Charles, and I'd go over to him and like, I forgot you had asked for a drink that you wanted, and I pull one out and like mentally tell you this is a potion of greater healing.
Whoa.
For me?
So for Charles.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that guy needs that.
Oh, yes, I forgot I have. I forgot to give to you at last city we were at. So
Take it. And I look at it suspiciously.
It does seem all swirly and magic-y. Um, trust me, it is good.
I'll
It's
drink
very
it.
hard to find.
What does it
Okay,
do?
that's 8d8 plus 8.
8d8.
My God.
Bro, you can just
Okay.
make those?
I burned a second level spell to make that, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, a second level spell? How
That's
much is it?
it?
Hang on.
It said-
How
it
much is a
says-
potion of...
It says on my my synthesis thing, if I spend
Sorry,
a
this
second,
is 44 plus 4.
yeah, 44. I was like 84. Okay, I'm not gonna.
He said 8d8.
Yeah.
It's a potion of greater healing. Yeah.
Okay, so Mazarin, as you are mentioning this to Lauren, he just says, I think that my captor is responsible for killing all these people.
What makes you say that?
He stood up and began to walk away just as all of this started. And as it all finished is when he sat down. I know that it's him.
Do you think he's acting alone, or is he acting under the command
I
of
think
someone
he-
else?
I think he's alone. If you can find a way to distract him and free me, I think maybe all of us together have a chance.
Mazarin's going to relay this over comms to the rest of the group.
We're just gonna trust him?
Well, who's closest to the big bodyguard guy, the one with Holden?
Probably me. I'm sitting right across from him talking with him.
Well, just to heads up, I have more hot sauce if you need. You just say the word, and I wink at you like, and I have plenty of it if you need it.
Thank you, Sal. And then I turn back to Halden, and I'm like asking like benign questions like, so has this guy been like difficult to transfer and stuff like that?
As you do, he's giving you kind of boilerplate answers like, no, not particularly, but the fact that he's here means he's fucking dangerous.
Mazarin's going to ask Lauren, are you dangerous?
I'm no friend to the Far Empire. I'm dangerous in the sense that ideas are dangerous when we're living in a society that dissuades us from critical thinking or any sense of individuality. So, yeah, I guess that makes me dangerous.
What did they arrest you for? And where are they taking you? Mazarin is asking this knowing the answers, seeing if he's going to tell her something different than what she already knows.
He says, I was caught giving proprietary blueprints and information from one of my companies to a group that lived outside of the city. They had an issue getting access to clean drinking water. So I got some blueprints that would assist them in doing so. This, of course, being proprietary technology, I was discovered. even though I spent my entire life as a dutiful worker within the Aether Forge, I was convicted without any trial of being an insurrectionist and now being sent to a labor camp in Verdania.
Do you know anything about the creature or the being that killed these people?
I didn't see anything. I saw what you all were fighting. I think that I don't know how he's doing it, but I think it's my guard.
Mazarin's going to be speaking to everyone else now, and just say he's admitted everything he's done and hasn't told a lie so far, is what I know based on the ledger. My suspicion is with the guard.
Luminora will say to Halden, if you wish to protect your prisoner and get him to Verdania alive, this room is compromised. The witnesses, the line of sights, the exits. I think we should move into the car that is unoccupied. And then she'll stand up. Come.
So you're saying that to who now?
To the guard, Halden.
Give me a persuasion check.
Calendars, don't fail me. That's an 8.
Oh.
Hey, you watch as he just kind of stares at you. And he just gets up and grabs the chains of the prisoner and kind of yanks him over. And the prisoner's kind of fighting. He says, "No, where are we going?" And he begins pulling him towards the back of the car. As he does, he kind of just barges in and he gets to the point where the door is completely locked, and he is going to.
Is it the door between this car and the car that was ours?
Yeah. No. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's two doors because there's a
Yeah.
little space in the middle. So he goes to the one that's directly to your car. He's going to attempt to commune with Clockwork.
Whoa.
So you watch as he kind of looks at the door and then just holds up a hand and just begins Doctor Strange waving his hand as the mechanics kind of move into place. And you notice they kind of get stuck at one part where part of the door unlatches, and then he just kind of begins muttering to himself. He kind of reaches in on the other side, sees there's significant damage to the door, looks back at all of you, and then he just kind of takes a step back. And then you hear him just grunt heavily, and you hear this mechanical whirring of his armor as there's this exoskeleton component. And with a high-pitched whine, there's almost this hydraulic component as he just kicks the door in, completely breaking it, and then just kind of brushes himself past it. So now the door is kind of just like a hinge, and then just walks in, takes the prisoner, and then just roughly throws him into a seat, and then sits opposite him with his back against the wall, facing the rest of all of you.
His ledger did not comment on his spellcasting. Is that correct?
Did it say something about Logistica?
He was not
It was just like still
I-
Covenant in the logistics.
Yeah, he was not identified as a spellcaster.
Is it unusual? Do I clock that as unusual that this guy just cast something with that knowledge?
With how much, like, these records aren't perfect, with how much time he's also spent in the Aether Forge, like, a lot, that's like your highest concentration of spellcasters. It's a little bit odd.
Does his
I don't know if it's like immediately damning.
I wonder in the ledger that we have when it tells like the people's information when you put their name into it, does it show a picture of them too or no? Or is it just their
It
info?
does.
This, yeah.
Does the picture match up to
Yeah, it does.
okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I'll put into the comms with Mazarin and the rest of the group and just say I'm going to stay in here with Holden and Lauren. I'm very suspicious of Holden. I think he might be the Revenant.
I'd slip you a bottle, that bottle of hot sauce. That is the potion of fire breath. It does 3d6, dex save 13, just in case. And it is a bonus action to do it. You can do that on a bonus action for up to a minute, just in case. And you don't have to concentrate on it. I will.
Nice.
Correct. That's how that works, right, Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Mazarin is going to respond to.
No. The person drinking the potion concentrates on it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mazarin responds to Luminora and says, "If we decide to do anything about this, I don't want the rest of the train to form a mutiny against us. Perhaps it's in our best interest to convince them to side with us, but I don't want to go throwing accusations around unless we decide we're going to move forward and neutralize Holden."
Well, luckily we've been able to get him into a separate car, so you can communicate whatever you want to the rest of the people.
Is there a car?
Okay, Mazarin. Go ahead.
Where is everybody as all this is happening?
I'm still close to where I was, to where I went down.
Okay.
Sitting in
So
the room.
everyone except for Luminora is in car number 2 that is
Mm-hmm.
was empty before. Okay, so Luminora, you're
Mhm.
alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Luminora,
Put my blade trance up.
yeah. As this happens, you notice, without saying a word, Halden just like gets up and begins walking towards you, and like pulls out a rod that like expands into a hammer. And he's from the back of the train, so you have some time, but he's just like walking towards you with a weapon drawn now. What are you doing?
I send over the comms. He has a weapon, and I go into a fighting stance as I say, I don't say anything. I just get into a fighting stance and prepare. She's prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She sent that out to everyone?
Yeah.
Charles gets up and starts
Oh,
hobbling
actually,
towards the
can
back.
am I allowed to cast a spell while he approaches me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cast mirror image on myself. So, just 3 duplicates pop up as he walks towards her, and she's like, ah.
Okay. All right. As you do, he's just kind of like, he kind of stops and is just looking at you as he now goes to cast a spell himself. As he does so, I think this is at a point where I'd ask you to roll. Let's have everyone roll initiative here.
Mazrin's actually, before the fight starts, Mazrin's going to stay in the car where all the passengers are. And I'm going to make an announcement before I head back to aid everyone.
Okay. What announcement are you making?
Assuming that the door is closed and that, the groups are now separated, Mazrin's going to say, ladies and gentlemen, you may have noticed that the guard and the prisoner have been escorted into the back carriage. We have reason to believe that the guard has something to do with all the events that have occurred and have concluded that it's in the best interest of the safety of all of the passengers that we deal with him separately. And I'm letting you know in full transparency, again, in the best interest of all of our safety.
Okay.
Love it.
I feel like that was like how.
And
they
as long as
announced
no
it on
one-
the airplane.
Yeah,
right.
and as long as no one jumps up, I just don't want a mutiny to form, okay? As long as no one jumps up, Mazrin's going to, with her back turned to the door, just start walking back slowly to join the rest of her group.
Okay.
So I'll assume last initiative because I'm late to the party.
Okay. Second here. Okay. Did everyone roll their initiative checks?
Mm-hmm.
30-20. As my knees pop.
Okay. Sorry, I am having to do some shit here.
Do you want me to roll or do you want me to just go last?
You can. That's okay. You can roll. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Oh, no, sorry, I'm just quickly getting this set up here. Okay. Who got a 15 and up?
17.
24
Jesus Christ! Again.
Love that.
for now.
Okay. This. Who got a dirty 20?
I did.
I got 17.
Okay. And then Enoch.
9, which is fitting because he was actually walking to the train car number 3, we'll say, one ahead.
Okay.
I got a 12. You didn't ask.
All right.
Most important person. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So this first round, I'm gonna say, is just gonna be between Luminora and the guard here. Let me find an appropriate mini for him real quick.
Oh, yeah.
This will work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Luminora, you were actually before him as he looks like he's going to cast a spell. So, what are you doing?
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast.
I'm going to say your detect magic has faded at this time.
Okay, that's fair. I'm going to cast Hex
What?
as a bonus action.
Dun-dun-dun.
Mm.
How'd you get hacked?
Tell you in a second.
That's all
Fade
right.
touch.
All right, yeah.
So that
What are you
is
giving
a-
him disadvantage on?
We're going to do wisdom.
On wisdom checks.
Wisdom checks.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And then we're going to. That's a bonus action, so I guess I'm just gonna close the distance and try to attack him.
Okay, so he doesn't have time to get his spell off, and you see he's like at this point trying to swing on you.
Okay.
So go ahead and he seems like he's just gotten hostile, maybe taking his chance here.
Got it. I will move to attack with a regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 18.
18 misses.
Okay. And then I will do a second attack.
Okay.
Yep. I will do a booming blade. And that is going to be also an 18. Dang it.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Sorry here. That is going to bring us to Halden. He is going to make a maul attack on you. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
So let's resolve the mirror image here.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I have to roll something. Oh, d6 for each of my remaining duplicates. It hits a duplicate.
Okay. So he is going to attack again, replacing this attack with a. Interesting. I don't know how this works. I want to allow it because it's cool, but it hurts you.
As Pierce said, hurt me.
Not
too bad.
Not too bad.
No. He's gonna use a sec.
Yeah, I'm
He's
lower
gonna
than
use a
Pierce on the masochist.
He's gonna use. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it doesn't. Actually, it would make sense. You know what? I would allow you to do it, so I'm gonna do it myself. He's gonna replace his second attack with a green flame blade.
You would only allow me to do it because it's part of my character sheet.
No. What I was gonna say is if it hits, that it could hit both, like one or more duplicates.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That is only a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. He is going to action surge and run it back.
Wow, good for him.
27 to hit. Standard attack.
I'm not gonna justify that with an answer. Yeah, you know that.
No, I'm asking you to resolve the green flame blade or the mirror image. That's what I'm waiting for.
I was like, how dare you? That's a mirror image.
Okay, so I'm not going to bother with damage. And now I'm going to do a green flame blade this time. 18 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Mirror image.
Thank you. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Oh, dang, that's my last mirror image. Yay.
You are going to take the green flame blade damage for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be. God. 3. Oh, wow, that's not that much. Okay, that is. That is 6 points of. Sorry. Wow, 7 points of fire damage that you do take.
Okay.
All right. And then let's see here. He is going to use his bonus action to attempt a shield bash. So he's trying to shove you. His athletics. So this is a contesting athletics check.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Okay. So he goes to like just wildly swing his shield at you. You kick off his shield backwards, kick back against the wall, and like Samus jump off the back and land back in, not allowing him to break range with you. He will then go to break melee range with you to run out the back of the train.
Out the back of the train.
So he's
Towards
gonna try
Enoch?
to,
Isn't Enoch
15, 20,
back there?
30. He's gonna move over here, but you can do a reaction attack if you like.
Yeah, sure.
You just left the prisoner?
Yeah.
The prisoner is back here. Sorry.
21.
21 would have hit. He is going to reaction parry.
Got an answer for everything.
I know this man's action economy is cracked.
That brings us to top of the round, Mazarin.
How far is he? Is he 30 feet from me?
No.
If not, then I'm gonna
you-
get within 30 feet of him.
It'd be about here.
Going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
What kind of save is this?
Wisdom.
I throw some laughing gas at him.
Yeah. Pulling a Saw here, essentially.
Okay.
Some wacky ass spell.
I shall have good magic.
Let's see, hang on, checking something. Yeah, so God, where is my freaking number? There's too much shit on me. There's too much fucking shit on me. Wisdom. That won't do. He's gonna use his Indomitable to re-roll that. That is a natural 20.
Answer
Damn.
for everything.
Isn't he hexed?
That does not affect a saving throw. Unfortunately, that does not work. I literally rolled a natural 20. But
Okay.
you burn
Well-
through his only use of Indomitable.
Ha. And I'm going to bonus action. What am I going to bonus action? I know what I'm doing. I'm just looking for it. Telekinetic propel.
Okay.
And I'm going to propel him back towards us. And he must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Very low roll for a very strong guy. How far does he move?
I have to roll for it. 8. Ooh, I maxed that out. So 8 times 5, so 40 feet.
Literally back
Um,
to Luminora.
Yeah.
Holy
So
Yeah.
he watches. He's like geared up and ready to go here. He's looking to get out of the train. It seems like to try to like take this fight up top because he seems that he's quickly getting outnumbered. He wasn't able to just like bash Luminora down in time. And Mazarin, you just like look at him, and there's this like thick like warbling sound that occurs in the train, and you watch as there's just this like objects start just like poltergeisting towards Mazarin, and then you watch as he just like is dragged like 5 feet, and you watch as he just like gets a low center of gravity, and then he's like pulled another 5 feet, and then there's this screeching sound as sparks fly from his full-on like metal juggernaut suit against the metal floor of the train, as he's just being like magnetically pulled towards Mazarin, as he starts straining and like slams his hammer into the ground. He's just like, ah, as he's just like getting pulled into you. He's like grabbing like tables and stuff like that, and they're just like pieces of them are snapping off, and you just like thrust him, and you take a step back. I imagine like hands behind back as you just kind of watch him like fly past you right back into Luminora's grasp here.
I'll smile at him and say, "Welcome back."
That's badass.
Oh, I need to make a. Oh, he's not been dealt damage yet, right? No. Okay. That brings. Is that anything? Anything else, Mazarin?
No, that's it.
Enoch. Pierce, are you frozen?
Oh, we can't hear.
Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I think doesn't Sal go?
I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong initiative thing. Sal is next. Sorry.
Oh,
Mazarin
it
rolled a
is
22
rare.
twice and it threw me off.
It is rare occurrence I'm this high in initiative.
24.
We can
We
hear
got you now,
Um,
Pierce.
Yeah, I got a 9. I thought I was like bottom of initiative.
Yeah, no, yeah, you are.
Yeah. You are. Get down there.
I'll mute. I'll mute.
What do you think? Okay, I'll do this. I'm going to calmly stand up. I will be back 1 minute. And I'm going to walk towards the back of the train, seeing all this chaos going on. Look at my coat, grab something. Yeah, this worked. And I'd say, hey, big fella, why don't you cool off? And I throw a vial at him. I need a con save.
Okay. Yeah. Con save. Okay. Doink. 13.
Yeah, he failed. Okay, so he takes 7 points of cold damage, and he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack before the end of his next turn.
How many points of cold damage?
Fuck. I threw the dice back in there. It was 7.
7.
That sounds right.
Okay.
And that's all
All
I'll
right.
do.
Okay. That brings us to Chucky.
Charles decides to. He gets into the car as well.
Yep.
And he's gonna use his bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
And then he's gonna use his action to fire twice at this guy.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
He takes 7 damage, piercing, and then he takes 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
I mean, it's 8
necrotic.
necrotic damage, as well as I do. And second shot is now a 19.
19 misses.
Okay. That's all.
As you hit him with his first shot, you nail it right at the junction in the shoulder plate, and you watch as there's this like steam that shoots out as he like looks like he's like in excruciating pain, and he looks like dazed, and he looks over everybody like he seems very disoriented all of a sudden. And he looks around you, and he has this look of like he just realized that he's surrounded. That brings us to Luminora.
Now I feel bad.
Damn her
I'm worried about him. I will go ahead and cast Hold Person. Try to. Which is a Wisdom saving throw.
That's a fail.
Oh, sweet. Okay, he's paralyzed.
Okay.
And I'll tell anybody, and I'll just say, someone grab his hammer. He's paralyzed.
Okay. That brings us to Enoch.
I am in the middle of the other cart that we were originally
Okay.
in.
Put you here for now.
Yeah. He knows all of this is going down, but he was on his way to the car in front to check. As he hears gunshots ring off, he's gonna turn around and, not satisfied with the information we've gathered from these people, he's going to sprint with a 90-foot movement speed directly towards Morris,
Okay.
like I am attacking him,
Mm-hmm.
and then jump on his table and continue to run down the cart, gauging for or hoping for some kind of reaction from him.
Towards your group this way.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to close the distance with this guy?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, that's because that's a lot of movement. Okay, as you do, you see you're like locking eyes with Morris, I assume.
Yeah, unless Morris does something.
Yeah, you lock eyes with him and he just goes, "Oh, buddy, I don't swing that way." Okay. Yep, you're very menacing. It was a joke. Hey, man, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Fuck. And you watch as he just like freaks out and you like jump at him and he just goes, "Please," and like flinches and you like land on his table and run past him. And that was his response.
Okay. Yeah, keep running.
Okay. You close the distance and you are now in hand-to-hand range with Halden here.
That took more than 45 feet of movement.
Yeah, it was. You're at about 80 feet now. I thought you said you had 90.
I do. I just wanted to know if I had a bonus action dash, which I will, if I have to.
Yeah. Well, you could have. Did you step of the wind or?
Yeah, step of the wind to dash.
Okay, so then you still have your action.
Yep.
Okay.
Make one attack. Well, make one attack against him.
So this is at advantage.
Oh, don't need it. Natural 20.
Okay.
So that is
So this is an auto. This is an auto crit.
Okay, so
Because he's
20.
held.
You took away my natural 20. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just realized that. That's true. Yeah.
That's fine. He's paralyzed?
He's paralyzed.
Okay.
God, what a busted spell.
He has a chance to save each round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I hit him for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
He is also poisoned. Or no, actually, because I get to do... Hold on, it's more than that.
Did you double the dice?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to also do Hand of Harm. That's a natural one. So 15 points of damage total. he is poisoned, and then I'm stunning striking him, which he automatically fails, I believe. No, actually, it's a con save. So DC 14 con save.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Fail.
Okay, so he's paralyzed and stunned.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Alright.
And yeah. Anything else?
I have 10 feet of movement left.
Yep.
Back towards the first cart. Or, I'm sorry, the
Oh,
cart,
sorry.
Cart with the passengers.
Oh. Okay.
And
Okay.
That's my turn.
That brings us to... I can't read my own handwriting, but whoever is... Has anyone not gone?
Or I think I was last.
I think back at the top. Yeah, Mazarin.
Oh, no, it's my turn now. Sorry.
Oh.
That's what I can't read. Okay, fails a save. Top of the round, Mazarin.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Warping Shatter. And that's going to be an
Okay.
intelligence saving throw. Did anyone grab his thing that.
Natural 20.
Okay, well. Something still happens. 3d8. Halved. Well, let's say so that's 20 halves, so 10 points of damage.
Okay.
So, what kind of does he still make saves when he's like frozen? Like everybody's stunned and paralyzed him and stuff.
For something like intelligence, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an intelligence
Paralyzed,
save.
you
Okay.
just fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was curious. My bad.
Okay, that brings us to Sal.
Wait, if no one's grabbed his weapon, I'm gonna walk up and grab it.
I'm gonna say that'll be like an action to pry it from his hands, because he's like paralyzed like a steel grip.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
It looks like you all have under control. I will be with passengers, and I'll just head back to them. You call if you need.
Can we don't?
You just hear kind of like muttering in the other car as Sal leaves, just like, "Are they killing the prison guard?" And then someone just says, "Maybe he's okay."
No, he is
That
not
brings us.
killed.
Watch the
He is
guy
being
with the gun.
questioned.
That
He
brings
is
us to
being
Charles.
aggressively interrogated.
When he got marked last turn, I forgot to select the disadvantage I want for him because it's effectively a hex.
Okay.
Double hexed.
Double hex.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
I'd like
actually, I have concentration. I'm concentrating on a whole person.
What are you
what's-
hexing?
What did you have hexed?
It's gone.
It's not hexed
He's
anymore.
no
Oh.
longer
I'm doing a
hexed.
whole person.
Okay,
Yeah.
Constitution, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire 2 more times at this.
Are you going to
Yes.
get within melee range for an auto crit?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Okay.
You don't have to ask me twice.
So
Blimmo.
how are you doing this? Describe what you're doing.
I just walk up and put 2 in his chest.
Because he's
Center
got this
mass.
huge thing of armor.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to shoot him in the face.
So are you trying to go for like a non-lethal? Is that what you're saying,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah. want to
Okay.
be able to interrogate this
So
motherfucker.
how are you doing that? How are you doing a non-lethal attack on a heavily armored individual
Can I shoot the
and a
hand that
magical
he's
gun?
holding the weapon with?
Mm-hmm.
Would that make him drop his weapon?
Are you using any grip points to do that? Like a disarming?
No, I don't have a disarming thing,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack and then tell me what you want to do. You're at advantage. I'm going to say to get the crit, this has to be lethal.
Okay, then
Otherwise-
we'll go lethal because I just rolled a 20,
He's
So-
paralyzed.
which I realize now is wasted because he's. Anyways, no matter.
Well,
I guess I'll shoot.
Did you want to go lethal or non-lethal? Because if you
Lethal.
rolled a natural, okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. That's a 19 plus 9.
So
Oh, is this for
28 total?
damage?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. That's 10 plus. That's 14. So 28 total.
Okay.
Right?
Do you want to do this or do you want me to?
Go for it.
He is held and restrained. Charles walks up to him, just puts the gun like directly to his head, and then just a red mist just shoots out the back, and he falls dead.
Shit.
And the
Alright.
train falls to silence.
Charles
Not
looks
quite
at his
until the
gun,
gate
kind of
hangs out.
stunned, kind of almost shocked, and slowly holsters it and takes out his flask to take a drink. So was he the guy? Or did we just?
Well, I mean, we
Nope.
could have asked him questions regarding that if I looked down at him. His head was still intact.
Well, he made a move to attack you, right? Unprovoked.
Yeah, but in our line of work, we deal with information, and dead people don't give information. So now we give our report to whoever our next handler is, or the spy master, and all we have is a dead handler and a dead suspect. What was your thought process there?
Enoch's back in the other cart.
Okay.
Neutralize the threat.
And is the only way to neutralize to kill?
I mean,
There's one correct answer, Charles, and it's no. That's not the only way to neutralize a threat. And I know you know that, because you're a soldier.
it just seems
Ah.
the quickest way.
You watch as the prisoner kind of like rushes over and is trying to search the body for keys to release himself.
Step back. Charles, grab him.
He like holds up his hands and like backs away.
Can't maintain some semblance of order here.
He just says,
You're still a
"Please."
prisoner, okay? I understand this is a very confusing situation, but we didn't do that to free you. Just sit down.
He just goes to sit down. He says, on his person, there is an amulet that he took from me. It's magical, and it's valuable. It's yours. I'm letting you know. Please take it, but they'll assume that I was responsible for this, and you've just sentenced me to death. Please, let me go.
I look at Luminara, just waiting for her to make a decision.
I'm not involved in any of this. I have nothing to do with whatever mission you were sent to or whoever your boss was. I don't know anything about the Ledgermen or Revenants. Please.
Is everybody but Enoch in this train car?
Stahl's also not in this train car.
Stahl's also gone.
I look over at Mazarin as I say, release him. Let him go.
And Mazarin says, wait. Tell us everything you know about this man. And she's pointing at the corpse of the guard.
I was arrested in the Aether Forge, and I was jailed, and then he came, and they told me that I was sentenced to Verdania and to be transferred there to complete my service, my life sentence for just trying to help people that were in need. I don't know why he did any of this. I don't know if something infected him or what, but that thing came out of him, and I don't know why he did what he did, and he attacked you for just out of nowhere. I don't know if he's crazy or what, but I have nothing to do with any of this. Please.
How did you have access to the
keys on the guy?
How did you have access to the knowledge or to the blueprints that you gave up to the people
I'm an
outside of the city?
engineer. I'm an engineer. We have access to the archives. I suppose I was an engineer.
Was that information confidential at the time that you shared that you shared it with them?
Yes. It was.
Do you know why it
wasn't
was confidential?
It was proprietary, not confidential.
Mm. Mazarin just looks. And just anything else, you guys?
Mazarin, give me an intelligence check. Or better yet, remind me, what feats do you have?
Out of the list that would my feats be listed outside of my character sheet?
No.
Okay. I have keen mind, alert.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. You answered my question. So I'll throw you a bone here. Actually, no, I won't. Luminara, what feats do you have?
No. What feats do I have? I think I just have Fey Touch. The rest of my stuff is transformation.
I have something that
Okay.
could help. But I'm
Oh,
not
and
really
alert.
sure what's going on right now.
You are not there.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Luminora, give me an intelligence check. The DC is 20, and this is unskilled.
Do I add my proficiency or no?
You do not.
Skilled. Okay. That's a 15. Oh wait, no, that's a 19. Dang it.
Okay. He just gave a lot of details about yeah. There's a lot going on, and things are not adding up. You guys have not really gotten all that much information, and this guy just kind of randomly attacked you.
Before
The train
Charles,
is like pulling closely. You're getting closer and closer to Verdania now.
before
After
Charles
since the
moves to let him
since
go.
the last so it was just one gunshot went off, and then all of a sudden there's no combat, so it's kind of quiet. I would guess back there.
Yeah.
I would mentally. We still have that telepathic link thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I would be like, I was going back there. I'm keeping other people at bay. What is happening?
We're trying to figure out why everything that just happened, and we don't know yet. So keep them calm. We might need you to buy us some time if we're still back here when we pull into Verdania.
Least I can do. DM, if I so since I gave away a spell that relies on concentration, I cannot have a concentration spell up, correct?
You can. Whenever you give a spell away, whoever uses it concentrates on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You have a limit to the amount of infusions that you can have at a time, and I
Okay.
don't remember what that is.
Okay. Well, just in case, I'm going to. That lasts for up for an hour. I'm going to pull a flask out and drink some giggle juice and do enhance ability to give me advantage on charisma saves, just in case I have to keep these guys calmed down.
Okay.
My words are a lot better than
Yep.
they usually are.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Luminora is thinking, and she's remembering how the guard kind of froze and looked a little confused, and she's going to move over because Charles was gonna start
Pulling fingernails.
unshackling him,
Yeah, I was trying to find the keys.
and I'm gonna
easy
get
enough to do.
real
Okay.
close before Charles can unshackle this guy. I want to get really close to him, and I'm gonna take out my
Charles
dagger
or the guy?
to the guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take out my dagger and point it at his neck.
He's going to like flinch in fear and be like cowering against the wall here, as you do.
I'll unshackle him once she gives me a look or something.
He says, "Please, I don't know what I've done."
I'm gonna cut him a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
How much cut?
How do you do this? Like, are you dealing damage?
Yes. I don't want
Okay.
him to die, but I want him to feel like he's in
Remember.
danger.
Yeah. Give me a just roll a d4 and add your dex bonus.
Okay. And she is like staring him in the eyes as she does this. D4. That is 4 damage.
Okay. And you're staring him in the eyes, like you're looking for some kind of response, I assume.
Mhm.
That sounds like an insight check.
Okay. 19.
You would be the perfect person to do this. As you cut into his neck here, you know all too well, like you hear him kind of like whimper and just say, "Please," but you don't believe it. You know all too well what it is like to have no fear of pain or death. And as you cut into this man's flesh, he's trying to make some kind of performance here, but he is completely unaffected by this. He does not care. It's like he doesn't feel it. That's what you notice.
Just immediately over the airwaves of our connection, Luminora is just like, fuck, he is the Revenant. And she goes
as
to like slight into his throat.
Yeah. As that happens, you slowly begin to see like the hint of like an entertained kind of like excited smile as like this realization sets in. And with that, as you look towards the body of the guard, you see like the chest armor just begin to like crack and like split open, and you watch as the shadowy arm like reaches out and claws at the ground, and you watch as this thing just splits itself out of his chest from the amulet within. And with that, we are going to pick up next week.
God damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, God.
No, it's
Son of a bitch.
mostly my fault.
I was gonna say,
At least
why
you didn't let
didn't
him go.
I would have thought you would have shot to disarm him to take the hammer out, like to get him to drop that.
No.
Okay.
Charles.
Best way to
No.
disarm somebody is if they're dead.
No, I
So,
know.
Let me ask you this, Jasmine. Above the table, what I didn't quite catch it. You mentioned something about the whole like that moment where this guy had like this realization. Like what were you saying about that?
The guy with the guard,
Yeah.
after I think it was like he first took damage, you described him as like he paused for a moment and looked confused.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe he's under some sort of spell or charm effect. And we never, because we paralyzed him and then killed him, we never got the chance. Like, I wanted to paralyze and hold him so that we could, like, figure that part out, but then we immediately, like, killed him. And so I was like, wait,
We?
that happened and we. Yeah. And then that happened and we
man.
never resolved it. And so I remembered forgetting about that and just being like, oh, I'm so mad at Charles. I was focusing on that. And I was like, wait a second.
I mean,
Story wise, that fit very well.
Yeah. I know it was perfect because like, I mean, I would have gotten away with it.
You would have gotten
too.
away with it.
Charles,
So
no.
close.
Charles knows.
You know, I
his
was kind of
blood.
sketched out. I was kind of sketched out when I started telepathically communicating with him, and he didn't automatically start questioning, like, why he should trust me with any information being a ledgerman. He was just like, I think it's him. And I was like, huh,
Yeah.
why would he even talk to me? I thought I was going to have to, like, qualify myself to get any information out of him. But he just started blabbering.
And then at the end, I realized I was concerned about the documentation that's getting this guy to transport him. But I thought I was like, oh, they forged the documentation so that the guard would be on the train with us. And I'm like, wait, they forged the documentation so that this prisoner would be on the train with us. Damn it! Oh, man. We have so many messes on this train.
I mean, like this was kind of a hard because like I feel like maybe I should have designed this a little differently, because it's hard when like just based on the way that everything happened, people didn't have a ton of helpful information, so it was all just kind of like a lot of vibe checks and like trying to find like evidence and stuff. So but damn it, it was like right at the last minute you guys just like completely 180'd.
Literally, Charles with the key about to let him go.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Sorry.
I still
So-
suspected the priest or the tiefling, is what I will say.
Yep,
I didn't
I
think
was-
he was a prisoner.
Yep.
That's why I was trying to go back there, and I was just gonna start punching and stunning, striking people,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
seeing,
that's- yeah.
seeing what they did.
Well, that's
Dude, I knew-
not a
Yeah. The whole time I
not
was
a
like,
bad
the
way to
first
go.
thing we should do is just stab everybody
Yeah.
at least once, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like,
So,
"Murder."
also, above the table, when you did that, I rolled a performance check for the prisoner,
Mhm.
and I rolled a natural 1
Yeah.
on his performance check.
Rough.
Which is funny because I felt like I felt like the in game his like performance wasn't like, because I already like did my thing. I felt like that was moderately believable, and I was hoping that that would be enough to have you not look any deeper. But the fact that you completely sent it, which to be fair, I feel like Luminora, that was almost a little uncharacteristically cruel for Luminora to like just like stab somebody. But it feels like you really had a suspicion already. But the fact that like he was totally cowering, and I was just like, I hope she feels bad and just like doesn't push. But the fact that you like pushed on the one thing that was kind of not working this whole time, right? Like the whole like heavy-handed like with the natural 1, yeah, I was like, I don't know, god damn it. So, anyways, we will. I'm gonna have to head to work into a bit, so I felt like that was a good stopping point versus opening up this whole other can of worms. But we will resolve the murder on the Callaway Express
That's
next
exactly
week.
what it felt
Hell
like.
The Callaway.
That was so much fun.